Hold on. What's going on, Norris?
We in the building. What's up? What's up? Jack, what's happening? Isaiah, what's going on? Alright. Tressa, what's going on? Chris, I see you. Perks, alright. That's what's up. Appreciate you, man. Alright, Jackie, I see you. Appreciate you. Jazz. Simply, I see you. Alright, man. Y'all jumping up in there, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to keep everybody. Sammy Bello, I see you. Tuna, what's up? Miguel Lopez, shout out. Alright. Santiago, Ranger Crew, King Me. Alright, I like that one. Mr. Bingo, what's up? What's up? Angel Gonzalez, Scott Minor, Jimmy Rowdy. I like that one. Alright.
Just put it back
Mayola,
and,
Tatiana, Michelle, Chris Martinez. Alright, y'all coming up in here. We appreciate that, man. Trying to keep up though. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Y'all coming real quick. I definitely appreciate that, man. Tatiana Honey. Jake Adams. Okay. OBJ. Caterpillar Capture. Is that what that says? Alright. Man, y'all got some creative names over here, man. I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. What's up, y'all over here, man? How y'all doing? I'm your boy Sid. I'm your boy Dysfunctional world. Yeah, bro.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host. Dysfunctional. I heard him over here. He did it for me today.
Hey, man, you know I got your back, man, like 4 flat.
All right, come over this way, son.
Yeah, man, we good.
You got your card. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Always something in this world.
Oh, yeah, man. You know how that go, man. Let me try to Mississippi. All right, checking in from Mississippi. Hey, go to YouTube if you can and check us out at Thoughts from Your Boy Podcast. Podcast with a K. You know what I'm saying? His child, 2020. All right, that's what's up. Sent you likes. We appreciate those likes, man. We appreciate every like we get. All right, man. We appreciate. I seen that one too. My friend Jerry Vandergraaf. Really. All right, Kira, what's happening with you? Appreciate you tuning in.
Well, you got a crowd over there.
Bang Bang Tarzan. Yeah, they coming through tonight. I appreciate that. King Tony. All right, that's what's up. Tammy Lutz.
All right,
Hit that like button for me. Y'all hit that like button for me. Y'all tune in to Thoughts from Your Boy Podcast on YouTube as well, man. Y'all come on over there. Y'all come on over.
All right, one more scene, and we can jump in.
You know what I'm saying? We about to get a good topic going, y'all, in like 5 minutes, not less than 5 minutes. Y'all just give us a second. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, y'all gonna like this topic tonight. We guarantee y'all over here too in YouTube land, y'all gonna like this topic tonight.
All right, let's go.
All right, y'all. Look, man. Let's go.
All right, tonight's podcast is male untreated trauma. Where do you think it comes from? What do you think it's? How do you contribute to solving it? And do y'all feel like men should be over that before they meet y'all?
Ooh.
Yeah, all that.
All that.
Yeah.
So, male untreated trauma. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that going around.
It is.
Hey, you rocking that Boston has support Boston artist Bang Bang Tarzan. Oh, absolutely. Hey, check it out. I'm going just for that. I'm checking him out. I'm subbing to his page.
What is it? Bang Bang
Mr.
Tarzan?
Bingo. Bang Bang Tarzan.
All right, I'm gonna check that out too.
Hey, everybody out there, y'all go check out a Boston artist. They gave me a shout out because I'm rocking the hat today. So y'all go check out artist Bang Bang Tarzan.
Bang Bang Tarzan.
That's what's up.
Sound like you rocking.
Mr. Bingo, we appreciate your support. We appreciate that.
We appreciate all the
You know
support
what I'm
over
saying?
there. Appreciate all the support over there.
So absolutely. All right, so look, let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
All right, so untreated trauma could be anything with a man. It could be rough times growing up. It could be his mama wasn't there for him, or maybe she was made him. His mama could have made him the wrong kind of man.
Right.
Lack of fatherhood. Father could have been too tough on him. Wanted him to walk in his shoes, and he's a whole different person.
Right.
It's an endless list of things that could go wrong in a man's life before he meets a woman. But I guess the question is, when he meets this woman, should he already be over this trauma, or does him requiring help to get over the trauma or get through it, her help possibly, is that bad?
I would say no.
No.
And I say that because, you know, when you hear a lot of people say doing the work, you know what I'm saying? That's called doing the work.
Doing the work.
And,
Okay.
and a lot of times, you may meet somebody who's doing the work themselves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
while you doing your work, they doing their work.
Right. It's easy to help somebody when you. It's easy to encourage somebody when you're doing the same thing.
Right. And also, like minds attract each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, let's say you sitting in a pub or a lounge, not a club, but just like a lounge chilling, right?
Or a bar.
And you know you working on yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? So you like, hey, I'm just, I ain't gonna drink, I'm just chilling, you know what I mean? Just chilling. And it might be a lady at the other end of the bar who thinking the same thing. She in there just chilling. You see what I'm saying? And somehow y'all start a conversation just through whatever.
Right.
So like, you see what I'm saying? Meaning it's almost like it was supposed to happen like that. You're supposed to be on your journey working on yourself before you get to meet somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So
I can see that.
You know, that kind of vibe.
You should be en route. Trying to fight. But
yeah, because they
a lot
can't
of
knock
these
you
men,
for that.
a lot of these men have not seeked help to amend their trauma. Dream. What is that?
Okay, so there's a couple of them.
Okay.
I think men have the right to deal with trauma just like women do.
How is that though?
Right, and then women aren't always done with trauma when they get in a relationship. Shouldn't be any different.
Okay.
That is absolutely
That's
true.
true.
I
like
agree
that. I like
with that 100%. 100%. Pops raised 6 white kids while 6 black kids grew up in foster care. How that for trauma? Wow.
I mean, we
Wow.
got worse trauma floating, but
Right, but we grew up straight and blessed. Right.
We understand.
Exactly. Oh, y'all coming with it tonight. We appreciate that.
All right, so over here, who's ever in the room? How does? Because I guess the topic came about. I was holding a conversation with a young lady, and she asked me what were my thoughts about male trauma. And I gave it to her, and she got, that's the perspective I normally see, or that's the perspective I normally hear. That men think that they should get with a woman that's going to help them go through this trauma and seek answers to it. And I said, it's not like that, because do we think women care about our trauma? No, we don't. We don't think women care about our trauma. We think women look at us and compare us to the next man and say, oh, well, he ain't got trauma.
Right.
Why do you got trauma?
Right. That's why a lot of men don't open up to women. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, because they'll say stuff like he just said, or they'll throw it back in your face and use it as a weapon. They'll weaponize it. You know what I'm saying? And try to make you feel small or whatever. Cause like you said, they're comparing you to the next man in your age group. Oh, well, he ain't got no trauma. They ain't got no trauma. They this. And it's like, hold on. I'm just trying to share with you.
Right. He grew up a different way than I grew up.
Right.
Me and seen two different things in life.
And everybody's story not going to be the same.
No.
Everybody's path not going to be the same. It's a lot. See, this the thing, right? It hasn't been until, let's say, somewhat recently compared to the women. I mean, not recently, but somewhat recently compared to women, that men have even started acknowledging that we have traumas openly.
Okay.
Now, we may talk about it to each other, to your closest homie, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, to your inner circle and stuff, but it's like, you see a lot of men now just confessing and talking to other men about it and stuff like that. That's a relatively new thing in comparison to women, because that help has been there a lot longer for women than it has been for men.
But she also said, how come men don't seek therapy? Whereas, women, like you just said, they've been getting help for their trauma way beforehand.
Right.
So like when a woman gets abused or lives in an abusive situation, the first thing they do is send her to the social worker. The second thing happens, they send her to a therapist to make sure she's mentally okay to deal with her children going through this trauma.
Right, absolutely.
When a man gets into some stuff, they don't send us to a therapist. They send us to jail. And we got to deal with it and work things out the way it come to us. So that's why I think trauma is hard for men to deal with, because we don't have an outlet to push it through and hear a reasonable response to why we feel or why we act or why we mistrust who we mistrust. Or no one ever explained why this man over here, he for whatever reason can't stop cheating on women. It's not like he sets out to, but hey, he might be a nympho. He might have been molested as a child.
Right, right, right. It could be anything. A lot of men are taught to deal with our traumas by just dealing with it. Be a man. Be a man.
Toughen up.
Toughen
Yeah.
up. Right. Come on, man.
Man
You got
through
this.
it.
You got this. Regardless of what it is, like, lose your job, car breakdown, break up with your girl, all in the same week. And we are taught to just man up, be a man. You a man. You don't back out. You don't never quit and blah 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 blah. So in our head, this is what we think once we become adults. Now we like, okay, we can't never tap out. We can't never release some of this stress that we have
Right.
to our girl because she's gonna weaponize it and use it against us. So now here it is, we holding on to it. That's why men on average have strokes earlier than women, have heart attacks, have depression issues, and blah 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 blah. We unlive ourselves on a 2-to-1 rate compared to women. Actually, I think it's 3-to-1.
I think that's that survival mode that Steve Harvey talking about. When he can't fully express himself, he go into survival mode, and the women be like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, he's there, present,
But he's not there.
he's not there emotionally or mentally.
Right. That's true. Hey, that's true. He said he got a song. Well, Bang Bang got a song called Towel, and it helped a lot of people to not give up on life. That's right. Don't throw in the towel.
Okay.
Don't throw in the towel. We
check that
appreciate that. We gonna check that one out for real. You coming with a lot of good info tonight. We appreciate that for real. Trauma is trauma, Kira. Trauma is trauma. You absolutely right.
And then
But
hurt people hurt people.
hurt people. Absolutely. So when you wonder why, like a lot of, nah, go ahead. No, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I'm just saying. Yeah, trauma is trauma though, y'all. It is. But men are taught to deal with trauma in a different way.
Totally different way.
When you look at the fact that I think they said nationally in this whole entire country, it was 30 men's shelters and over 3,000 female shelters because men are taught to deal with it.
Let me ask you a question.
That's crazy.
Has anybody ever told you it's okay for you to cry? And if they did, how old were you when they told you that?
I was probably sad. It's sad how old I was first time I heard it's okay to cry. I was a grown man, a fully grown man with kids.
So like in my relationship with my son, I teach him. I've been taught him it's okay to cry. It's okay to express yourself.
Absolutely.
Express yourself with control. That's what I teach you with control. Don't just lash out. If your mom make you mad and you sit on it, I make you mad, you sit on it. Come talk to me. Come talk to somebody. Talk to grandma. Talk to me. Let it out. Because if you blow up, it'll make the situation worse. You might get in trouble. And who knows who you blowing up on.
Right.
Times are scary nowadays.
Right. That's it right there. And that's what we taught our kids.
Okay.
We always teach them you can express yourself. It's a way to express yourself, but we're gonna allow you to express yourself. But it is consequences for everything you say. That's what we taught them. Literally, everything you say, there's a consequence behind it. So you have to watch who you say and what you say. Because you might say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and you got to deal with the consequences of what you just said to that person.
True.
So that's how we always and what we did was that was part of the guidelines of the school that they went to. You know, consequences, discipline, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, instead of trying to go against, let's pull from that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already learning about that.
Right.
So we taught them our way, and we was like, okay, this is how you do. You know what I'm saying? This, and that's just one of them. You got to deal with the consequences of everything you say. You say. You're responsible for whatever come out your mouth, like they said in the movie. Leonidas, when he kicked him in the hole.
Yeah.
He told a messenger, you responsible for the words. And the messenger, like, King said this. He was like, no, but you finna say it.
He was like, yeah.
You finna say it. You responsible for the words finna come out your mouth. And he got his kicked in the hole.
I never heard nobody take that on the messenger.
Right. Exactly. He was like, I told you. You responsible for what you about to say. So that's just how men are taught.
Find a healthy way to express yourself. What is a healthy way to express ourselves, Kenyon?
We try sometimes.
I mean, no bull. I'm being serious. Like, I know I go to therapy, but every man doesn't know how to go to a therapist or seek therapy and in the face of trying to help or better themselves. They think going to therapy means some psychoanalyst is going to tell you this, and how you wrong, and make you feel crazy and dumb.
Right. Right.
Choose your words wisely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to, but and I hate to say this, everybody don't have the words.
Nope. Everybody don't got the words.
Excuse me. And this is the other thing that I found out. For kids, if kids use the right words, but they use them to the wrong person, it's still like they use the wrong words.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these kids speak really proper nowadays. I'm talking about both black, white, Hispanic, whatever.
Yeah.
But then they going up against a thug.
Especially in the black community. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So you gotta, But I teach them don't back down.
So
You analyze the situation though.
I used to be in a mentoring program, and I'm not sure if they mentored that part of the boys. Talked about their untreated trauma. But I'm sure if they did, that's one way that boys can get this information before it's too late.
Right. Now, you know what's funny? Speaking about this, I said this to you, and you know my brother Pat. I said this to Pat one time, and I didn't say untreated trauma, but thinking back on it now, that's really what it was.
Right.
I said gangs feed that need of untreated trauma.
They do.
He said, huh? I said gangs feed that need for kids of untreated trauma. The trauma that they have at home, gangs erase all that. That's crazy.
Choose your words wisely in referring to Leonidas and the messenger. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said. Right. Choose your words wisely. That's it. Right.
Choose your next words wisely.
Yeah, for they might be your last.
Yes. Hey, this guy said, did you get my response?
Choose your word. Who put Kenya? Dang, she went and wrote the whole word. Hey, we appreciate that.
What
300
response?
fans.
Response to what, Tanya?
That's the first thing we seen from her. You got something else from Tanya? Same thing, right? No, we didn't see no response. So as a new father, without a father in his life, he had to learn the way to be a positive father. And that's the hard thing for a lot of young men.
It is.
You find yourself being a father without a father.
Yes.
And you got to navigate this.
Or being a kid with a kid.
That's a better way to say it.
A kid with a kid.
Hold on.
Being a kid with a kid. Trying to navigate your wants and their needs.
And that's what a lot of people, that's the position that a lot of us find ourselves in or found ourselves in at one point before we learned how to navigate that. We were kids with kids, still trying to feed our wants with their needs. I like how you said that, bro. That was spot on for real. My son was in the street life. It was hard for him to see fake friends and etc. But now he gets it. I'm glad he got it. It's hard to spot fake friends though, because like we said, the streets feed that.
It feeds that.
You know what I'm saying? It feeds that
need to
for
be
fake
accepted.
trauma too. So when you have trauma, like you said, of not being accepted, that gang will feed that. When you have a trauma of being scared, the gang feeds that.
Yep.
Cause they're like, you ain't got to be scared no more, bro. We got your back.
You gotta be scared. No
so
more.
when it comes to violence and all that, they with that
all the time.
With it. So all that stuff is erased, but that's part of the trap. I'm just saying. Well, I ain't gonna say trap. It's part of the lore. That's part of the lore. That's a better way to say it.
How do women support men with untreated trauma?
I would say very carefully. You know what I'm saying?
Can it be done though?
Yes. I had untreated trauma and my wife helped me tremendously.
Okay.
Tremendously. Like it's okay. So it's the small stuff and not being funny, right? But I thought, and this because I, you know, how I was raised and where I was raised, being raised in New York, you know what I'm saying, then moving here and stuff like that. Even I wasn't grown, but I moved here as a teenager. I thought a lot of stuff was, and I don't want to say this word so we might get struck, but I thought it was funny.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Thought it wasn't macho.
Okay.
Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that, man. That's hate.
Yeah.
That's hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So
yeah.
I'm like, And it was like my wife was like, hey, you know, she the one who sat me down like, you tripping. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at it like this and understand that the world operates like this, and but like you doing this to yourself and you ostracizing yourself, and I'm like, oh.
So it takes a strong woman to help a man go through his untreated trauma.
Yeah,
but if a woman is expecting him not to have any by the time he gets to her, she's sadly mistaken.
Yes, I think that nowadays that's what they're expecting. Real women understand that a man gonna have some type of untreated trauma. It's the type that it depends on what the untreated trauma is.
Well, like I was telling my friend with the conversation we had, I said some young guys don't got untreated trauma. For the simple fact they didn't heard about what happened from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So now they put themselves in the mindset, I'm not gonna let that happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
So they close their emotions off so things can't happen to them.
I agree with that. They don't have. This is what I would say to that, and because you're absolutely right. These young boys, they don't have untreated trauma. They have unnecessary pressure.
Yes.
They put so
I
much
agree with that,
unnecessary pressure on themselves to make money. It's all about money with them. Money.
Because that's all the women want.
Because that's all the women want. So they feel like they got to be that dude that the women want. Okay, cool, but that's unnecessary pressure. Now, like you said, you don't have, a lot of y'all don't have, I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all, but most of y'all don't have untreated trauma.
Because y'all ain't going through
Because,
that.
right, and that's a good thing. That's like people trying to make fun of somebody for not going to jail. That is a good thing, never going to jail.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
Don't let 2 by tease y'all head up.
right, people be like, man, I've been to jail 100 times, hit the yard, I did this, and now
I didn't feel like a man until I hit the yard.
Right, like,
Okay,
well, great. Salute, my boy, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, no disrespect to you.
And then you look at them, and they
you a man.
40-some years old working at McDonald's talking about, man, I spent my 20s and my 30s running in these streets, going in and out of jail. This is the only job that'll hire me. You like, what? 40, 50, this is the only job that'll hire you? You don't own anything?
Oh, we had that conversation the other day about ownership. These dudes ain't never owned nothing but a car.
They don't even own that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, because they always, man, it's sad though.
It is.
It be 50, 55, 60, like, you ain't never owned nothing, you ain't owned nothing. Like, the little jewelry you got, okay, that's great, but I'm talking about nothing. Like, you ain't had, and I'm just making up a number, you ain't never had $5,000 in the bank. Like, and I ain't talking about during your heyday when you was hustling. Because yeah, I'm sure you had it in your pocket every day, but it's different.
It is.
It's different. It's what you, man, okay. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm just saying. But actually that's the same conversation because that's untreated trauma.
That is.
A lot of them boys have untreated trauma, but they don't get it. And unfortunately, it ain't until they in the box by themselves or even with somebody else. And you know what I'm saying? Then they start thinking about it. That's when they want to go back to being a real self.
Having an epiphany.
Yeah, right.
Start reading. Start wanting to educate themselves.
But you know what? That's when they go back to, and I'm going to make up a name, that's when they go back to being Tyrone.
Okay.
As opposed to T Killer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's when they go back to being a real person.
Yeah.
You know, because now they're like, okay, damn. Okay, let me, and I ain't saying that they dumb or nothing. That ain't what we saying. We just saying they have a persona. That persona get them jammed up.
Yeah.
And then they want to go back to being themselves.
Yeah.
It's untreated trauma. It's untreated trauma because they afraid to be themselves when they're on the outside when they free.
Are y'all still there? It's not. Okay.
Where y'all at? Y'all tap in. Check in with us.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
Hit that like button. Y'all smash this like button too.
So, what else was the conversation about?
Kids need to hear more about uplifting each other more than about Jordan newer sneakers.
This is true.
That's true. I feel you on that. I absolutely agree.
That is true.
Absolutely.
But as parents, we need to stop putting emphasis on Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Because your 2-year-old baby don't know nothing about Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Gary Payton. They don't know nothing about none of these people. It's when they start getting 15, 16, and they see you saying Jordans are the end-all, be-all. You have to wear this shoe to be cool. Or you're going to be fly with this outfit because you got on J's, like everybody else. How you fly in whatever with J's if everybody got the same thing on? Mm-hmm. That might well be the school uniform.
Might as well.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, you're right.
When I went to school, they had Jordans. I never owned a pair of Jordans that I bought in my life. Maybe some knockoffs. But that's okay. Anyway, when I went to school, it was all about individuality. Yeah, I gang banged. And yeah, I wore my colors here and there. But it was individuality. He might have came to school with a Boston hat on. I don't like Boston. I'm an LA fan. Individual. Mm-hmm. I have my own mind. Can nobody tell me to do nothing at no point in time. You got a lot of NBA wannabes out here.
Mm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I never had hoop dreams. I never even thought about being a musician. I like playing the saxophone. That was a hobby. I got into rap when I was 20 years old. I mean, I listened to it, but I never wanted to be one until I was 21 years old, and I started thinking about a different life. 20, 21, I had a baby on the way. I had to grow up. I wrote a song about that. I said, you know what I'm saying? Like I had some effed up ways, but when my baby came in the world, I changed. I changed a lot. I still have some effed up ways until I got on medicine, but that's not the point either. The point is, I changed. I tried to make a better me because I had a little one coming into the world.
Right, they don't care. That's the thing. The parents are the ones who feel like if they don't keep their kids in J's and all this other stuff, that the other parents gonna be talking about them. And I'm just speaking to what you just said.
Which one?
Nor do they care when they that young.
True.
Kids don't care nothing about J's and none of that. Like you said earlier,
Okay.
it's the parents who want to put them in.
Yeah, it's the parents that put them in J's at 6 months old.
Right, because they don't want the other parents to say nothing about them.
Bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
6 months old, my baby had on socks. My baby couldn't walk. My baby wasn't doing none of that. He was being a baby.
I mean, when you
Maybe
prioritize,
6 months he would walk. He was trying to stand up.
well, when you,
But like when they're like 2-3 months, you be putting them in the little soft bottom J's.
right, yeah, but bruh, all they gonna do is tear them up, drool on them, and kick on them, bite on them, and whatever. They kids. That's what they supposed to do.
Tane said, be friends first and learn to grow the person. If you're interested, it can be challenging. What's
Okay.
wrong with Jordans? It's about morals and character.
Okay, wait, look.
Uh-oh.
Okay, listen. Ain't nothing wrong with Jordans. Whoever, I'm not sure who just made the statement. I just heard them read it, right? And I just happened to look down at my shoes right there. Listen, y'all.
Tane.
Nothing is wrong with Jordans. That's not what we saying. Nothing. 6 pair. I got 6 pair. Okay. Nothing wrong with Jordans, right? But guess what? I was grown. Fully grown
You know what?
when I started buying J's, y'all.
Go ahead,
Because
go
I
ahead.
had
Keep it.
2 kids. And I had to sacrifice and I did what I had to do and I understood that it wasn't about Jordans. Both of my kids don't care about Jordans. They'll tell you. Yes, they'll take a pair. Yes, they will. Don't get it twisted. They you know what I'm saying? They're young people. But do they care about them? No. Just is what it is, y'all. It's all about how you raise your kids. And I'm not saying that people who raise their kids to want Jordans all that are bad. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? But if you start them off young, wanting that kind of stuff, guess what? You're gonna have to be buying that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
When they get old, that's gonna be their priority.
Growing up the whole way, just think every time
Why
you buy shoes,
are you 18 years old,
200.
got a job, and your first thing that you want to save up to buy is some Jordans? Why not a car,
Or
some stock,
or
some gold,
or
goddamn diamonds?
you know what I'm talking about?
Shit that don't depreciate. Yeah, shoes do
Hey.
have value too, but not like that. And my biggest thing is, Jordan doesn't even play in the league anymore. Most of the people that own a pair of Jordans never seen Jordan play.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not talking about the video where you see him do this, or you see him stretch his legs out, or you see him jump from the free throw. I'm actually seeing him play. So like if my kids say, hey, I want some LeBrons, or I want some Steph Curry's, I'll be like, okay, sure. You know what I'm saying? I'll be more inclined to buy it because he could watch those people on TV. That's
Right
his
now.
generation.
Yep.
My
Yep.
generation was Jordan. I didn't have a pair of Jordans. But I don't understand why the world feels they need to have Jordans and they never seen this man play.
Ever. Never seen him play.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, yeah, I thought it was.
See y'all see that live? I don't know what that was. We got him though. Interrupting our podcast. You know what I'm talking about? The nerd. No. But
Well, if
yeah.
the parents want their children to have the best, hey, that's not
But
the
see,
best though.
Right.
The
And
best is a good education.
right.
The best is stocks.
Right.
The best is at least $50,000 by the time they're 18 to do what they want to do in life, and not have to
Right.
be somebody else's slave.
That's not the best. That's not the best. And then once again, the kids don't know nothing about it. Now, okay, we can understand maybe once they start getting in middle school, junior high school, whatever you call it in your part of the country. Okay, might start to, they might start wanting J's. Okay, cool, whatever. But I'm saying that's like a whole bunch of years that you don't have to be buying J's, that you buying J's just so your people your age won't say nothing about you. Oh shit,
it's your opinions because they represent you. That's why you're buying them Jordans.
Right.
I don't buy Jordans. He represents me. I don't wear them. Why would you?
Right.
I wear Timbs. I wear Chucks, and I wear no names.
Hey, I wear Jordans, I wear Nikes, I wear Converse, as y'all definitely know from all of the videos. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it wasn't until I was grown that I started buying J's. Like grown, y'all, like a few years ago.
But when you start hearing children
5,
say,
6 years ago.
well, my mom and dad couldn't afford Jordan, so I stole buddies at school. That's untreated trauma.
Yep.
He's trying to fit in with something that he shouldn't have to try to fit into. Just because your dude over here got Jordans, his parents got money, and your parents don't, and you go take his Jordans, is that right?
Right.
Is that fair?
Right.
And who's that fair to?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Jay-Z and Nas said one time, Nas was like, I'm putting money on Jay-Z's head, I want his chain. And Jay-Z responded with, okay, so let's say you tell somebody to take my chain, I shoot their ass. Are you paying for that mama's funeral for her son? Are you gonna be the one explaining why her son got killed because you put money on my chain and he couldn't get it?
Right.
That's the same thing with these Jordans. Are you saying that because you got the money you should be able to buy? Sure. But now what you do when old buddy over here, he don't got the money to buy. Same size shoe.
Mm-hmm.
He wants some. He take your sons.
You're right. And, we hope that don't happen and stuff like that, but you got to be careful because we know it do happen, unfortunately.
It's their money, so what? People, to each his own. To you with your children.
Oh yeah, I know that Michael Jordan story with Chameleon there. Yeah. He treated them dirty. He did them dirty.
He did a lot of people dirty.
A lot. They say he a jerk. They say if a lot of people knew how Jordan really acted, they wouldn't buy his shoes. If they knew how he really acted and treated people.
He didn't even want to go with Nike in the first place. His mom and dad made him sign that deal. He turned a 3.5 million revenue a year into a $3.5 million revenue a week. 3.5 million every week. For what?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I read that too.
A week.
Went from a year.
We made what we made in a year, in a week.
Not in a couple months.
In a week.
In a whole week.
Balling now.
Untreated trauma.
Yeah, you're right. Mike, appreciate you joining.
So
hit that like button for me.
What is the solution for male untreated trauma?
Therapy, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
How do you get a young person to believe that a therapist is not going to overanalyze and make them feel bad about themselves? Because that's what I thought when I first went to one. I was 16. I wasn't trying to hear none of that. You know, some of the stuff you go through, it's going to be hard. But you ain't been in my shoes. You don't know how hard this shit is. You just saying some shit right now.
Right. You ain't. You don't know.
I mean, that was my response to his candor.
Right.
You don't know where I've been. You ain't been through what I've been through. Well, why don't you tell me? Nah, how about you tell me? You just said it's easy. This shit is workable. Tell me, how is this shit workable?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Then I got older and I started opening up. But when I first went, it was nothing but rebellious because I felt like my mother was trying to make me go see a psychoanalyst because he was going to tell me I'm crazy and some shit. And I'm not the only person to think like that. A lot of young boys think like that when you say, hey, you need to go to a therapist.
Right.
For what? Why?
Yep.
Tony carries a gun to school because he has untreated trauma. They used to beat him up. Now he won't. Yeah. Now he wants get back. Untreated trauma.
No more.
Yeah.
He ain't getting beat up no more.
Ain't getting beat up no more.
Yeah.
First motherfucker to hit him got 4 bullets. Now Tony in the pen. But this shit could have been stopped if he would have opened up and told somebody. It could have been stopped if we teach our children therapy is not a bad thing.
That's right. Absolutely. And opening up and talking to anybody, even if it's not a therapist, whoever, a family member that you feel close to, talking is a good thing. It ain't bad. Especially for the fellas. Like, you know, we don't have to just deal with everything and tuck it all away.
And a woman that shows a man that she's interested in his trauma and trying to help him get through it is a woman that a man will stand by for the rest of his life. No matter what he do wrong, he'll give her unlimited passes to do wrong too. But he'll stand by her for the rest of his life.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I think another problem is a lot of the young men don't realize they have traumas.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
They think it's normal.
Right. They're like, oh, it's just, you know, just normal life. Like, I always say, you shouldn't get used to your friends dying.
You shouldn't. That shouldn't be. Hold on.
Like, that's just something that's not normal. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's different. Dealing with that kind of stuff. So you definitely want to keep kids in mind when you see that they're dealing with that kind of stuff. Like a lot of their friends are passing away, a lot of their friends are going through traumatic stuff, drive-by shooting, you know, that kind of stuff, getting locked up or whatever. Your son may be dealing with a tremendous amount of stress, so that's, you know, that's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these young men don't know how to deal with it other than violence and lashing out. You know what I'm saying? They think that's the way to deal with it because they've become so accustomed to it. You know what I'm saying? They think that talking it out or giving somebody a pass is a sign of weakness. You know what I'm saying? So we have to definitely let them know that one, going to therapy is okay. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And two, talking to anybody. If it's not just a therapist, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay to talk to your mom, your dad, a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. A cousin who may be a little bit older than you. You know what I'm saying? Who you confide in, who you ask for advice and stuff like that. All that is okay. Them still your people. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of cases, they've been where you've been. You know what I'm saying? To some extreme, to some extent, they've experienced what you're experiencing right now. And they can help you. And especially for the young men. You know what I'm saying? In certain type of situations when you're growing up in the hood and you might be banging, you might not be banging, but you got to deal with that every day. Just know that you got people who are going to be there for you, people who going to help you. You know what I'm saying? You got people who willing to risk their lives to get you off the street. But you got to know that you just got to be willing to open up and talk to people. And because those people know that you have traumas. They know that you have untreated traumas.
I'm trying to wrap up.
They know. You know what I'm saying? They know. And it's not untreated traumas, y'all. It's not easy. It's not easy. Untreated trauma for men is not easy. It's something that a lot of men would deal with. It's something that men deal with on a continuous basis. And even if you go into a relationship, you got to deal with untreated traumas. You have to. All right, let's see. Talking isn't bad, but some people will steer you wrong. So maybe not talking to literally anybody. Oh, boss calling, gotta go. Until next time. Hey, peace. Definitely appreciate you checking us out. You know what I'm saying? We'll holler at you next time. Have a good evening. The problem is everybody thinks they're psychiatrists, no degree, medical or otherwise. Well, you're right. Everybody think they got the best advice. But sometimes, and I ain't saying talk to anybody. I was just saying like whoever that person is you confide in, your BFF. You know what I'm saying? Like
They could grant you some viable information.
Now, of course, go seek professional help.
Yes.
But the point being, don't hold it in.
Right.
And don't let it build up and fester because that can,
You should talk to somebody.
You should talk to somebody, right? Somebody who you feel like is trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Of your information, of your personal business. And everybody do think they're psychiatrists for real. And you can't listen to everybody.
No.
Because, like you said earlier, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people.
Hurt person tell you some more fucked up shit.
Right, and have
in
you
a time
hurt.
while you fucked up.
Right, and have you single right with them or hurt right with them, that crab in the barrel type stuff. So you absolutely right when you say you can't listen to everybody advice. That's true. Like for the fellas, we ain't listening to somebody drunk uncles.
Nah.
Like, you drunk, bro. Like,
Crackhead daddies.
right. And for the young lady, y'all not listening to some of y'all aunties who's still single at 60. Y'all not listening to them.
Some of them might be.
Some of them might be. Yeah.
Some of them might.
Unfortunately, yeah. But y'all get what we saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the point. Untreated trauma, y'all, it's real.
It is real.
It's real. Yeah, not literally anyone. Yeah.
I mean, professional is the best, but a close friend that really is a friend and not a friend of me are good people to listen to. They can point you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
You listen to a friend of me,
That's why you got hate. They hard.
jealousy in their eyes,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
envious heart.
I ain't listening to you. Yep.
You hope you better not listen to them.
You can't, because they'll steer you wrong. They'll
All
steer you
the way.
wrong. Especially, like you said, single people what they say, single people make people single. Keep people single.
Is that what they say?
Single people keep people single.
Okay,
If you're in a relationship, don't take advice from a single person.
gotcha.
Especially if that single person ain't a man. How about that? Can we say that? Can we say that?
Oh man. Oh man.
Then we'll just spice it up a little bit, just drop that off.
Hey Annie, how you doing?
For real. Most youngsters don't have no one giving any advice at all. That's true. They don't. But you know what? That's because they don't want to listen to nobody.
True.
The advice is there. They just don't want to listen.
True.
The same way I didn't want to listen. The same way he didn't want to listen. The advice was there. Because and you know how I know? Because every time we got in trouble, we knew exactly where to go. You know exactly where to go when you get in trouble. The advice is there. The help is there. We just chose not to seek it until we needed it.
And you don't need it until it's too late.
Yep. Hey, 11313, definitely appreciate you following me. Appreciate that. Appreciate you joining the conversation. We're talking about untreated trauma, men's untreated trauma. Annie, all right, you gotta go. All right, appreciate it. Or she saying hi y'all or bye y'all.
She said, hi y'all.
Oh, hi y'all. What's happening? We appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. We're talking about untreated trauma. Untreated trauma. You know, I think about, how, I'm talking about like kids at a young age. Excuse me. They might be being bad in school, but their behavior is that of like maybe let's like an 8th grader or something. They doing bad stuff that an 8th grader would do. They stealing stuff. They ain't doing typical 3rd or 4th grade behavior. They doing stuff above, and that shows that they home environment, that's because that's where they getting it from.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you see a kid, like when you see one kid, and I don't want to get striked, but when you see one kid humping on another kid, okay, that's nothing, whatever. But when you see the kid going through the motions for real, like trying to get, you know what I'm saying, like between the legs and that kind of, you know that's behavior that he's seeing at home. That kid's gonna have a lot of trauma in his life.
Yeah.
And because a lot of folks, remember we talked about this, people doing stuff in front of their kids.
Yeah.
Or waiting till their kids go to sleep.
Not respecting them.
Right, not respecting them. And they think that, oh, they kids, they don't understand, they don't get it. But they get it.
Even animals do that.
Right. And even if they don't get it, they see it.
Yeah.
The image is there.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna be there. And guess what? When they do understand, that image still gonna be there. And then they're like, Dad, Mama, you did this in front of me, or Daddy, whoever it might be.
True.
Just
Untreated trauma.
untreated trauma, like just thinking about some of the places where they come from. You know what I'm saying? Like where it comes from, when the boys start crying. And we be like, don't cry, don't be a girl, don't be no little girl, stop crying.
Untreated trauma.
Real deal, that's untreated trauma. And I ain't gonna lie, I was the first one to be like, no it ain't, that's just a boy being, you know what I'm saying, that's men being men, or showing this little boy how to be a man. But it's all in how you do it.
And even with that statement, that's what women be so tough on these boys for because they think this is how you show
Right.
a boy how to be a man.
Right, and they
I
don't.
mean, true. Don't get me wrong. Dancing on the pole is not how you show him.
No.
Twerking all the time is not how you show him. But telling him that he can't cry is definitely not how you show a man how to be a man.
And with it coming from a woman, that's totally different.
Yeah,
I hate to sound biased or anything, but it's totally different.
it is.
Totally different. It's almost equivalent to the way a woman can tell a young girl something, but a man can't. Well, he can, but it don't come across the same way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It might be something about boys or who knows or whatever. It don't come, even if it's about hair. It don't
True,
come across
true,
the same because
true.
she like hair. You don't know about hair. Mama know about hair. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't come across the same. So a young a mama can't.
Unless you one of them rare breed men that actually do and know how to do hair for
Right.
a girl,
Then yeah.
she'll
Right.
listen to you.
Right. But even still, which is weird, you know what I'm saying? She'll go to her mama.
Mhm.
You might have a whole salon. Not a barber shop, a salon.
Mm-hmm.
And she be like, Mom, you gonna do my hair? You be like,
Why should that?
but right, that's crazy. But untreated traumas, you know what I'm saying? Untreated traumas. When the mommy be like, shut up, boy, don't cry, don't cry, don't.
Been listening to an audio book by Thomas. Thomas, or your son?
YouTube try egg morning egg. It's about egg morning together. I ain't together. Okay.
Thomas who?
Been listening to audio book by Thomas Sowell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What was it about?
Audio book. Okay. Yeah. What's the name of the book? We like books. We read. We get our read on. He an author. You know what I'm talking about? You know. I write raps. You know what I'm saying? I write raps. You know. So I'm an author. I guess that's what I'm saying.
You wrote it. You're an author. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, my book coming though, y'all. My
Written
book coming.
by.
Every time. My book coming though, y'all. I'm gonna have a good book. It's gonna be a good book. All right, y'all. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Had a good topic, y'all. Appreciate your constant support. Make sure y'all share. If you can't share, hit the like button.
If you can't hit the like button, subscribe.
If you can't subscribe, drop a comment. If you can't do that, catch the live.
Hit the notification bell, but you gotta subscribe.
Got to.
With that being said, I'm your host, Dysfunctional. I know we on early and we any kind of early. Just one of them things we gotta do today.
That's right.
Love the interaction with both parties. I'm your host, Dysfunctional World.
I'm your boy Said, aka Mr. Let's Talk. We out of time till the next time.
Screaming, let's talk. Peace.